In the realm of manhwas, Murim is regarded as one of the most popular and influential genres. The main character in these stories trains in martial arts, with the goal of achieving immortality and becoming strong. These manhwas always offer fantastic fight scenes, interesting plots, and most importantly displays the essence of martial arts. For this reason, I've compiled a list of my 10 best Murim manhwa to read before 2022 ends. The Undefeatable Swordsman. The story starts with the village inn owner's son, the MC for this manhwa. The MC is weak as a young boy, whose condition only when he suffers a loss of his intellect. Due to a painting gifted by a martial master, his life was changed, and he undergoes an awakening. This manhwa is quite interesting, especially with the initial development of the main character in the earlier chapters. The main character has a decent personality. He is not the dull one who spares everyone, nor is he the psychopath who kills without blinking an eye. However, as the story goes on, the plot becomes generic and predictable. Still, a very good manhwa in my opinion, and definitely deserves to be on this list. Peerless Dad. It's an amazing story about one martial arts journey through marriage, fatherhood, and battles. The story narrates through the experiences of the MC, with an emphasis on being family-oriented. It also takes an interesting turn with the MC's backstory, like the involvement of his master. While the story isn't all that complex as of now, it's very enjoyable and makes you root for the main characters. Although I find it irritating at first when the MC underestimates himself, but he is actually competent and strong. Overall, this manhwa is really good, and I highly recommend this one. Way to Heaven. A strange relationship began when the orphan siblings meet an old woman who claimed to be their grandmother, but this old woman is the superior master of Murim, who has lost her memory loss due to a disease. The woman recognized the hidden talent of the eldest sibling and started to train him. Thus began the journey of the MC. This manhwa has it all. The MC is very talented and kind to everybody. In addition, the story progresses really well, and the plot is definitely well thought out. You definitely don't want to miss this one out. Fist Demon of Manhwa. The main character is the sole survivor of a raid on his village and has a lame leg, the worst possible condition for a martial artist. Nonetheless, he refuses to stop training. Whilst everyone around him tells him he cannot become a martial artist, the MC refuses to give up on his dream. This manhwa is quite unique, especially the art as it adapts really well to the feel and setting of the story. The MC is very likable as he is vicious yet kind. The MC doesn't sympathize with the enemy, especially if they are pure evil. I really like the attitude and feel of the MC, and definitely a good manhwa to read. Nano Machine. After being held in disdain and having his life put in danger, the MC, who is an orphan from the demonic cult, has an unexpected visit from his descendant from the future, who inserts a nano machine into the MC's body, which drastically changes his life after its activation. This is the story of how an insignificant being rose to the highest position of the demonic cult, and Murim in general. The story pans out really well, especially the character development. As the MC progress, he encounters more opponents which makes him stronger. What is unique in this manhwa is how the concept of nano machine from the future is incorporated. In addition, politics also makes the plot more interesting. Path of the Shaman. In this manhwa, the main character is compelled to live the life of a monk, despite previously living the life of an overpowered evil ruler who massacred the shamans. In the event of being reincarnated, he becomes a disciple in the shaman sect which he annihilated in his previous life. This is an excellent Murim manhwa with cool and refreshing fighting and a compelling tale. The main character is very likable and badass, one of the best manhwas out there for sure. The Scholar's Reincarnation. A martial artist, claiming himself to be a murderer, is defeated by a suicide attack and battle, and is reborn as a firstborn child to a local lord. Having a fresh start, a warm family, and a little sister to protect, he decides to become a better person in his new life. Our protagonist in this story endured a really terrible life and was reborn in the polar opposite of his prior life. The story is very heartwarming, and the story progresses really well. The artwork is also good as it coincides with the feel of the story. I highly recommend this one. Volcanic Age. The main character is a man who survives the age of war through sheer luck and becomes the elder of the well-known faction, only to live a life full of regrets and doubts. As he lies on his deathbed, waiting for the inevitable, he is returned to the past. If you're looking for a manhwa with an overpowered MC and Murim that has a well-choreographed storyline, very good character development, and very good world building with elements of cultivation, martial arts, and well-thought martial arts concepts, then this manhwa is surely for you. Chronicles of Heavenly Demon. This one is also one of the best manhwas in the genre of cultivation. The successor of the Spear Master sect and his apprentice were framed for learning a forbidden demonic art and were murdered. The moment he faced his death, the artifact of the Spear Master sect emitted light and gave him a new life. What I like about this manhwa is that the main character strives hard and trains hard to become overpowered, contrary to another manhwa where the main character becomes overpowered really fast. The story also has good pacing, and the developments are interesting, which makes you read more. This is definitely one of the best manhwas out there. Return of the Manhwa sect. This manhwa follows the rebirth of the Manhwa sect, as well as the MC's adventures in his journey to revive his sect, and the goal of becoming stronger at the same time. The story is interesting and is probably one of the best Murim manhwas out there. I highly recommend this one. That's it for this video. Hopefully this helped and thank you for watching.